Alright, so I've got the driver's side done. I wanted to note that I did use anti-seize compound on the threads, so if I have to do this again in the future, it hopefully won't be such a bear to get the nuts off. I was trying to get my camera to focus on the bolt there so you can see the threads. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see the anti-seize on there. So I've got the bolts tightened down, top and bottom, and I don't know if you can see that clip up top. I don't think so, but anyway, the clip goes back here. You can see my finger there. And of course it spins around and rests on top of the frame as you tighten it, and then when next time you undo it, it'll spin the other way and hit the frame in the other direction. So anyway, this side's done. I'm going to move on to the other side really quick. It'll go in the same way. I'll just give you a shot when I'm done, and this little project will be all wrapped up. Okay, I'm all finished bolting up the shock on the passenger side. Once again, I used anti-seize compound on the threads, top and bottom. And once again, you've got a clip welded to the nut on the top. Make sure you orient it so that it'll hit the frame. You want it towards the center of the vehicle here. At least that's what I chose to do, just because there's hardly any clearance to put a wrench in here. So in the future, if you have to take this shock off to replace it again, you don't want to have to try to get a wrench in on this side. It's easier to get to the bolt head from the outside. So anyway, that's the way I chose to do it. And really, that wraps it up. The only thing left to do is put the spare tire back. I did want to mention that you might want to double check the frame above the tire. You can see a couple spots where the tire was actually up against the metal, and I guess it trapped some moisture and it's caused a little bit of rust. So I'm going to brush that off with a wire brush and then hit it with some rust primer, and then I'll put the tire back up. So just something to look at while you've got the tire down. All told, this job, I mean, really, it wasn't easy, but it's not complicated. I think it took me probably 4 to 5 hours, which is really sad, honestly. But the reason for that was the bolts on the passenger side were just really stuck up top, and I struggled with them for a long time. My advice would be start hitting your bolts with PB Blaster 2 or 3 days before you plan on doing this. Just a couple times a day, repeatedly spray them, and hopefully by the time you go to actually remove the shocks, that stuff will break the rust free. If it weren't for that, you could honestly do this in probably an hour or so. It's only 4 bolts. It's not that hard. It's just the clearance and the rust that you have to fight. So anybody can do this. I'm not sure what a shop would charge. I know when I looked at my invoice from the last time I had these done by a mechanic, I thought there's no way I'm going to do that again. I'll do it myself. I think it was a couple $100 for the rear. So anyway, I hope this video will be helpful to you. Again, it's not hard. Just take your time. Make sure you use PB Blaster ahead of time, and it should be smooth sailing for you. So thanks for watching, and good luck.